lots of different cute clothes for Molly the Dolly just by knitting simple rectangles. In this video, we will show you how to sew the clothes together. If you need to learn how to knit, watch our knitting video for easy step-by-step instructions. Go to www.alextoys.com and type Yarncraft in the quick search. Let's start with a shrug. Knit a rectangle about 5 1/4 inches long and 2 1/2 inches wide. Fold the rectangle in half lengthwise. Sew the corners together to make armholes on both sides. You can decorate the shrug by sewing buttons on the sides. Presto! You've made a shrug for Molly. Wasn't it easy? Now, let's make a skirt. Knit a rectangle about 8 1/2 inches long and 2 inches wide. Don't cast off your stitches. Slide your stitches off your needle and onto a ribbon one at a time. This creates a drawstring for the skirt. You can decorate the skirt by adding a fringe along the bottom edge. Cut a piece of yarn about 2 inches long. Fold the yarn in half. Loop it through a stitch. Continue cutting and looping yarn along the edge. You can trim your fringe even with your scissors. Fun and fringy! Now, sew the skirt closed at the side. Fabulous! You can also knit a little canine friend for Molly. Follow these easy steps. Knit a rectangle about 3 1/2 inches long and 3 inches wide. Fold the knitted rectangle in half. Sew the middle of the folded rectangle. The end corners will become the doggy's paws. You've just made the doggy's body. Now let's make the head. Knit a rectangle about 1 1/2 inches long and 2 inches wide. Now let's add a face to the lower half of the rectangle. Add a nose by sewing a pink bead onto the face. You can use buttons or blue yarn to make the eyes. Now fold in half and sew the 3 open sides of the head closed. Use yarn or ribbon to tie the ears on the top corners. You've just made a head. Sew the head onto the body. You can also make a fuzzy pom-pom to create a tail. Molly's canine companion is now complete. Here's a more challenging project. To make a cozy hoodie for Molly, you will make 6 different rectangles and sew them together. Start with the back panel by knitting a rectangle about 4.5 inches long and 5 inches wide. Make 2 more rectangles about 2.5 inches long and 5 inches wide for the front panels. Place these onto the back panel and sew the shoulder seams together. To make the sleeves, knit 2 rectangles about 3 inches long and 1.5 inches wide. Sew each rectangle into a tube. Sew one of the sleeves onto the side of the hoodie all the way around its edge. Continue and sew the side of the hoodie closed. Do the same for the other side. You're almost done. Last of all, knit a final square piece about 4 inches long and 4 inches wide. This will be the hood. Sew the bottom of the hood onto the top of the coat. Now, fold the top edge in half and sew it together to make the hood shape. Ta-da! Your hoodie is complete! Here's how you can add a cute belt. Braid 3 strands of yarn together and knot at the ends. Weave the braid in and out along the hoodie's waist. Your cozy hoodie is ready to wear. Now, Molly is ready for a fashion show. Fab!